In this video, I'm going to discuss the important use of the guided notebook and pointers. In each week, you will see an outline at the beginning of each week, and it discusses all the information for that particular week. So I'm going to click on that link where it says Introduction to Statistics and Organizing. Okay, now when I click on this, it's going to give me the outline of what's being discussed this week. What are the assignments that you need to complete. Now, in part number 2, it says download and print guided notebook, chapter 1, which you would click the link and then you can download it if you want to so that you can print it. And also, there are pointers below as a reference as you make your way through the interactive reading assignments. They may make some of the concepts easier to understand, and you can supplement them with your own notes as you go. So if you go ahead and then we're going to click on the chapter 1 data collection, okay, and we're going to download that, and I'm going to show you what that looks like. So if you take a look here on this next screen, here is section 1.1, which is the introduction to the practice of statistics. This is the guided notebook, and this is the first page that you would look at. If you notice here, you have your objectives, and you have your 5 objectives here. Okay, now I'm going to go back to Canvas, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to this module of week 1, okay, and I'm going to click on 1.1 interactive assignment. This is where the actual course is being delivered to you. So you're going to click on this assignment, okay, and then from here, what you're going to do is you're going to open up this assignment. So you click on the interactive assignment, you're going to go ahead and select the assignment here. And then I'm going to show you here, right here where it says introduction. Okay, so here at this introduction, at the beginning of this interactive assignment, you're going to see the title of the section and then the learning objectives, which is the exact same of what you see here with the guided notebook. Now, if I scroll down a little further, it says Objective 1, Define Statistics and Statistical Thinking. And then below that, you have this icon where it says press the play button and then answer the following as you watch the video. So number 1, it says write the definition of statistics below. So over here, if we go to Objective 1, at the top, you can see these as tabs. So if you want to move, to each objective, you can click on those. But back to the introduction page, we can also go back and forth clicking these buttons. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this button. And then if you notice Objective 1, Define Statistics and Statistical Thinking. So now it says here the video, okay, talks about what's going to be discussed, all right? So as you work through this course, okay, a lot of the content is going to be delivered through the video. So this is going to allow you to take careful notes while you're watching the video so that you can use them later on to reference. So it's going to assist you in taking notes. So this guided notebook is really important for you to be successful in this course. Now, I'm going to go ahead and press play, but then I'm going to pause so you can see the point of what we need to reference here. So when you press play, you're going to hear the author talk, okay? Now, I'm going to scroll just a little further, and you can see here that in this video, it gives you the definition of statistics, okay? Now, if we go back to the guided notes, you would then write the definition of statistics below. Okay, and then the next part says data describes blank of individuals and can be either blank or blank. So let's go back to this video. So as I move a little further, okay, and as you read, okay, it says here that the information referred to in the definition above is data. Data are a fact or proposition used to draw a conclusion or make a decision. So data describe characteristics of an individual. So back here it says data describes, you would say, characteristic of individuals and can be either what? Well, going back to this video, it can either be a fact or a proposition. And so therefore, you're going to fill in that information. And then you keep moving on. So now you move on to Objective 2. Now before you move on to Objective 2, once you complete this video of Objective 1, okay, and you read through that, then you select the right arrow, and then you need to complete this assignment. Okay, now it says the similar question or try again feature is not available for this question. It says when the check answer button changes to final check, you have one more chance to answer. If you answer incorrectly, you will be marked wrong. So let's just see what happens. It says in statistics, results are always reported with 100% certainty and choose the correct answer below. I'm just going to go ahead and then I'm going to put in and just answer a question here, and I'm going to select that. Okay, and then I'm going to select check answer. Okay, now it says that I answered it correctly, and then I'm going to move on to the next one. Okay, and I'm just going to go ahead and answer this. Okay, and let's see what happens when I select this one. Now it says I got this answer correct. Okay, and now I moved on to part C, and I'm going to go ahead and select that one. Okay, now it says that's incorrect, and then it says think about the sources of data for statistical studies. I'm going to go ahead, and then I'm going to go back, and then it says final check. So I'm going to go, okay, I'm going to answer a different part here. So I hit my final check. Okay, and then I get my answer correct. Now here, it doesn't give me an option for a similar question because this is a reading assignment. Okay, so then at this point, again, it says this is a reading assessment question. Be certain of your answer because you only get one attempt on this question. So in this case here, you want to make sure that you have the option to be able to go through that. Now, not the majority of the questions give you a similar attempt. In this question, it's going to tell you that it's a reading assessment, okay? And then what you do is you click to the right, and then you move on to the next objective where it says explain the process of statistics. So then you go through here, okay, and then you're going to come back here, and you see here objective 2, explain the process of statistics. Click the video button, and then answer the questions while you watch the animation. So as you go through that video again, you're going to go through the video, okay, as you watch that, and then down here, you're going to move to the right. Now it says explain the difference between a population and sample. So now it says here, choose the correct answer below. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click an incorrect answer, and I'm going to go ahead and correct A, and it says carefully review the definitions of a population. So I'm going to go ahead and then select it again because I want to get this incorrect. It says, now it says try again or hit OK. Now in this case, this is not a reading assessment. So I can try again until I get this answer correct. Okay, so if I select the correct answer, now what's going to happen is it's going to say nice work, and then I can either try again and now move on to the next one. Okay, now again, this says to fill in a blank. Okay, and if I keep going, here's another question. Again, this is not a reading assessment, so I have as many times to be able to complete this question. Okay, and again, as you keep moving on, these are the questions that you want to answer and complete to get credit for the interactive assignment. Okay, so now that you understand how to use the guided notebook and answer your questions. Now, again, I find it extremely important that you're using the guided notebook as you move along in the course. Okay, now it may be a little bit tedious at the beginning, but it's going to help you be successful in this course, and you can always reference it. Okay, now keep in mind that we do cover at least no more than 4 sections per week. So you want to get on top of this so that you understand how to answer this information and to use this to help you while you're moving along through the course. Now I'm going to go back to the outline at the beginning. So you see here where it says Introduction to Statistics and Organizing. Okay, and then again below we selected the interactive assignment. Once you complete the interactive assignment, then move on to the section 1.1 homework. Now going back to this outline, I also talked about the pointers. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and then open up the pointers. Okay, now you can print this for you. but this is summarized information that I put in here in regards to the definitions that you're going to see. So this is also important to be able to download so that you have this available to you to reference and while you're filling in the guided notebook. So again, if you have any questions on how to use this information, please do not hesitate to contact me during student office hours.